Today I will prepare an autumnal carrot and sweet potato soup with warm, robust spices. This healthful yet flavorful soup, full of vitamin A and powerful antioxidants, will boost your immune system during the fall and winter cold seasons. Welcome back to my kitchen, everyone. Today on Leona's Kitchen, we are making an autumnal carrot and sweet potato soup. We're spending most of our time over there at my old stove in my cast iron pot making the soup. So I'm prepping pretty much everything ahead of time. It's not that bad for prep. Really, it's just the carrots and the sweet potatoes, the apples, and some onions. Please do not evaluate my cutting skills. I know I'm not good at that. All right, so we're gonna start over there. Now, I will put the ingredients up for you right here. So now you have the full ingredients list. I've made this version of the autumnal carrot and sweet potato soup vegetarian so that you can enjoy it if you're a vegetarian. And basically it was a pretty simple switch out. Instead of chicken broth, I've used vegetable broth. And dairy-free, because instead of using margarine or butter, I'm using coconut oil. I make this recipe pretty much every early December for my family, and I have a few members who have Crohn's disease, and so using this and making this recipe is something that I know most people in my family adore and can eat with no problems. So we're gonna get started. Medium-high heat, 4 tablespoons or so of coconut oil. Once that's melted, we're going to add the onions, and we're going to cook the onions until they're soft and translucent. We don't want to brown them. Okay, it's melted. It should be on medium-high heat. And now I'm adding the onions. Oh, I can smell it already. It'll probably take between 7 and 10 minutes to get the onions where you want. If you're anything like me, you love to cook too. Or you love to watch videos or read cookbooks. I love all of those things. But I have the worst FOMO, and I talked about it before on this channel. And even in my application with Tim on The New Retired Me, I have something called FOMO, fear of missing out. Every Thursday in our local paper, in the Harvard Current, there's the living section, and they always have recipes, and I'm obsessed. So I have this, which is all recipes that I find over the years, and I have this book, and my goal is to go, when I see recipes, I cut them out and I put them in here, and then I want to make them. Now this is one of those recipes that I've made over and over again, but I have a bunch of recipes that I haven't made before, and so I'll be doing some of those on this channel as well. So you can see I've got problems. There are so many things I want to do. Just like last weekend when I went to the Renaissance Fair. There are things I've always wanted to do. So this is my advice to you. I'm over 50. If not now, when? That's why I started the channel. That's why I'm doing these recipes and other fun things. Because if not now, when? And it doesn't have to be perfect. As I always say, life doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Go out there and have some fun. Make the recipes. Buy the shoes. Go on the trip. Because if you don't do it now, you might run out of time. And that would be a terrible tragedy. It's been about 8 minutes. And now I'm going to add spices. This is 1 3/4 tablespoons of curry. I love the smell of curry. I love those strong spices. I'm also adding a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. Got those spices in there? They're in there now, and they're going to bloom. So just give them a minute or two with the onions to bloom. And your house is going to smell amazing, just like my house. Oh, better than any candle could ever be. Okay, now comes the fun part. We're adding the sweet potatoes and carrots, the broth and the salt, to the onions and spices. Here we go. Smells amazing. That's 8 cups of vegetable broth. And now I'm adding 1 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Look at those beautiful fall colors, the autumnal colors, the browns and the oranges, goldenrod. Now that everything's incorporated, you're going to bring it to a boil. Then we'll turn it down and cover. There you go, we're up to a boil. Now I'm going to cover and simmer over low heat until vegetables are very tender, about 25 minutes or so. The timer is going off. I'm going to shut that off. We are going to shut this off. I'm going to get a towel to take the lid off because it is so hot. All right. Hello everyone, I am back. And guess what? My tea's ready and I forgot it. I've made a lovely organic Earl Grey. And today's tea set is called from Minton. It's bone china made in England, and this pattern is called April. I just loved it. I thought it was very delicate with the pretty greens and yellows, almost like a little daisy pattern. But I felt that the colors really matched the beautiful colors of the soup and the other decorations for fall. It's very, very pretty. Let's be proper. Put our napkin on our lap. Okay, so I did make this recipe vegetarian. If you'd like to add a little topper or a garnish, pepitas, otherwise known as pumpkin seeds, would be a wonderful garnish. I'm going to be a little naughty. I did make bacon this morning, and I'm going to put a little bit of bacon on top for my garnish. All right, so just looking at it, the colors are spectacular. The house is filled with these amazingly rich spices, so fragrant. They just evoke fall and warmness and everything that is spicy and delicious. I can't wait to take a bite. Oh, it smells amazing. It has a good mouthfeel. The spices hit the back of your throat. That little hit of cinnamon and ginger. The curry is delightful. It gives you that hit of spiciness in your mouth. Such good flavors. And then you have the sweetness. It's balanced off by the sweetness of the apples and the honey and the carrots and the sweet potatoes. Oh, what is that? That's my dishwasher going off. Sorry about that. All right, let's try the tea. Such a lovely compliment. And it's not yet fall, but these are great for fall, which is coming just around the corner any day now. Let's try it with a little hit of bacon too. What a wonderful flavor. I love curry. It's not a spice I was raised on, but as you mature and grow as an adult, your palate expands. And when I tried Indian food for the first time and Thai food for the first time, I was so hooked. I just love the robust flavors and the smells. It just evokes just romanticism and culture. Something so different than what I was raised on. So this is a win for me. This is a classic. I go back to it all the time in the fall and in the winter. I hope you like it and try it. I hope you try it and you like it as much as I do. I know my family likes it, and in particular, Jim and Casey came home from some practice and they both said how beautiful this house smelled, just intense. And she even said it smells like such and such store, which is a grocery store that also makes some of their own food in particular as well. So I don't want to say the name of the store, but I took it as a compliment. And remember, there's always tweaking. I did add a little bit of black pepper at the end, and you might find that you need a little more salt. Even as another garnish, you could even put a little more curry. Remember, even if you mess up, it's okay. Try again. Remember, life doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Thanks for watching.
I'm all ready for my soup.
Okay, try it.
Oh yeah, that is really good.
It does have the bacon.
Now that's tasty.
Good.
It has a really nice taste to it.
What do you taste?
Deliciousness.